Izuna Hatsuse is a beloved and adorable character introduced in the latter half of the No Game No Life anime, as the representative of the war beasts that Sora and Shiro are facing off against in their first major battle in the game of Disboard, as they are taking on the war beasts with the goal of bringing them under the Elkia umbrella, to essentially gather their first piece as they assemble all of the races of Disboard to eventually challenge God. And standing in their way is an 8-year-old war beast girl with the hopes of an entire nation on her back. A girl who by all rights should be playing games for fun, should not have this burden upon her, is forced into this situation because she's a prodigy. Not only is she really good at this particular game, but she can also blood break, a rare ability in the war beasts that allows her to surpass her physical limits. And in the virtual worlds, there's not really much consequence to that because it doesn't actually destroy her physical body. But still, this much pressure put on a small child is cruel. And through Izuna, this highlights the flaws that are currently plaguing pretty much every race of Disboard. No one takes into account that games are supposed to be fun. That is pledge number 10, one of the rules of the very world. Let's all have fun and play together. And yet everyone sees games as a means to destroy their enemy and nothing else. And this is where Sora and Shiro come in. In a majority of their games throughout the entirety of No Game No Life, beyond volumes 1 to 3, beyond what the anime shows us, all throughout the light novels, Sora in particular, along with Shiro, are changing the viewpoints of many different individuals, as well as entire cultures at large, changing their viewpoints of the world and what it means to play games. A lot of the animosity that is shown between the different races is a byproduct of the Great War. They went from killing each other for tens of thousands of years to all of a sudden, violence is forbidden, now you must play games. And so they just carried that animosity over into the games to try to destroy, take territory, and just gain advantages over their old enemies. But Sora and Shiro, an outside party, not familiar with the times of the Great War, frankly, not really too many alive now are familiar with the times of the Great War, at least with the lower 10 races. Now, the higher 6 races, they're pretty much all immortal, so, they all remember, but a lot of the conflict, at least on the continent, is happening between the lower 10 races. And they are the ones who still have the majority of the conflicts on Disboard to this day. Izuna, though, is the representation in No Game No Life of the childlike innocence that games should have. And the fact that she has been robbed of that ability to have fun in games is a real tragedy. Sora saves Izuna from that fate. For the fact that he is able to thoroughly and soundly defeat her, prove to her that no matter what, regardless of if she has fun or not, she can't beat Sora and Shiro. So she may as well enjoy the game and do what she can to win. She's doing what she could to win anyways, but she saw it as work. She saw winning as the only possibility. Otherwise, people would die because of her. Otherwise, her entire nation could end up wiped out. That is way too much pressure to put on a child, and because Sora and Shiro not only defeated her, they also brought all of the Eastern Union under the umbrella of Elkia. That removed all of the pressure from Izuna that she had faced up until that point. Now she could truly enjoy games. It is notable that she doesn't come to fully trust Sora's judgment and fully trust Sora's words that no one is going to die. She trusts them in that moment in what we see in the anime, that from that game in particular, no one is going to die, but she doesn't truly come to understand Sora until quite a bit later in the light novels. There's still a lot more growth that Izuna has to go through, but this pivotal moment, at the end of Lover Love 2 shown in the anime, and even extended in the light novels, there was another game after Lover Love 2 where Sora and Izuna faced off 1v1, where Sora proved to Izuna that it's okay to have fun, and you're gonna lose anyways, at least against Sora and Shiro, which allows Izuna to be her true self, to enjoy games for what they are, and essentially just frees her from those shackles. There are so many underlying themes in No Game No Life related to games and related to the individuals that are playing those games. Every character that is shown in the series has multiple layers and nuances to them, and Izuna representing that childlike innocence of gaming, just wanting to play to have fun. And more importantly, when that ability to have fun, to enjoy their childhood, is taken away from them, how detrimental that can be to the mental health of a child. Izuna had never had fun until she met Sora and Shiro. She wasn't allowed to be a child. She wasn't allowed to enjoy games, even though that is what the entire world has become about. Sora saving Izuna was probably the thing that saved her entire life. She had been pressured into playing games since a very young age, in a similar fashion to how Shiro was forced to play games, to test her IQ, to test her ability, and then it was Sora that saved Shiro. Shiro also saved Sora, but now Sora is saving people in Disboard as well, starting with Izuna. Now, you could argue that he started with Steph and Jabril, or Kurumi and Feel as well, by playing games with them and freeing them from their preconceived notions about the world, but I truly think that Izuna was the very first person that was truly saved by Sora. Because with a lot of the other characters that I mentioned, there are other moments later in the light novels where, you could consider those points being the points at which those characters were saved. But we will get to that in the future, so make sure to subscribe to the Daily Flugel so you don't miss out when those videos eventually drop. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about Izuna and her learning the ability to have fun in games. That childlike innocence of games represented in this small war beast girl. And how Sora eventually saved her from the fate and the pressure that she was put under. I love No Game No Life for all of the different themes and the story that's being told, and this is certainly one of those defining moments in the series, and there's many more to come. So, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the Daily Flugel, and if you want to see some games played live, make sure to follow me on Twitch as well. I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and would love to see you there. But, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Ashente.